Alright, MrSotko here, and I'm bringing you Arma 3 Wasteland mod. And this is a game that I very much enjoy. I've played this game for, oh, I don't know offhand. I suppose I could look it up, but I haven't. I don't know, 500 plus hours I've put into this game, the various mods and game modes that are available. For anybody that doesn't know, Arma 3 is a military simulator shooter sandbox game. It is like an open world. This is the island of Stratus, and they also have Altus, and they have a couple other ones that were made by modders and other users like that. But the point of this is the Wasteland mod, and I think this is one of the funnest ones. The point is to survive, and you have to get food, water, things like that. But it's not much of an emphasis on survival in the sense of like DayZ or something like that. Usually you end up dying before you have low water and food. Sometimes that's not the case. Sometimes you last quite a while. But this is sort of like an introduction, just an intro to this game. And with that, I'll be saying, you know, throughout the videos, I'll be saying tips and tricks and hints and things like that for the game. I'm not the greatest player in the world, but I have put a lot of time into it, so I do know quite a bit about this game and its various mods. The idea is that there's about 70 people, all on this island of Stratus. And there are guns hidden in the back of cars and houses and boxes and various things like that throughout the world. Really, the idea is to just go around and cause some havoc. The driving in this game is a little quirky. The game itself is has been out for I don't know, 2 or 3 years, and it is still quite buggy. It's a pretty notoriously buggy game. They have fixed some of it, but not all of it. Also, you'll notice that the frames per second are not the greatest. I do have a pretty strong computer able to run this game probably twice over. However, the game is not optimized, and that's probably the #1 complaint that users have on forums and things like that. Is it's just not optimized. Even if you have pretty much the best computer possible, you will only get about 60-70 frames max. And right now I actually have some of the view distance down a little bit, because in this game you can see for many miles. Ooh, and I'm being shot upon. But if I die, that's okay, because I'm really just talking about it right now. There's a few things that you can do in this game, and in the Wasteland, that is. And one of them is sort of just camp players. Find a good spot to hide. Sort of like this. Oh, and dreadfully miss other players. But like I said, the first thing that you can do is pretty much to camp. You find a good town, you find a nice good tree or something to hide behind, and essentially wait for players to spawn, or to just drive by like that and gun them down. Another thing you can do is do sort of a hunt and seek mode, like so. You just be running down opponents and finding them. There's something. Nope, it's ejected. Otherwise, it's a pretty good looking game, and you can see quite far. As you can see in the distance there, it's a little foggy because I do have my distance down just for the recording. If I was playing by myself, I'd have it cranked up pretty far. Again, it's just not that optimized. And a third thing you can do in this Wasteland mod is find objectives, and I'll show you what that is. And again, the game is quite buggy. I just sort of went into that house for no reason, through the wall. I'll have to vault out of here. There we go. Again, that's just one of many, 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 many examples of the bugs in this game, but the gameplay is definitely worth the bugs. So as shown, the third thing you can do is find objectives. And objectives pop up randomly throughout the game. One is like a downed helicopter here. Another one is a capture base, and it has a bunch of AI near this capture base. And there's a bunch of free stuff in the base, like backpacks, uniforms, grenades, things like that. It's sort of a military simulator shooter in the sense that it's quite realistic. It's a little bit different from like other first-person shooters like Call of Duty, things like that, in the sense that the combat takes place at both short and very long distances. You can zero your weapons to 500, 600, 700 plus meters. If you have a sniper rifle, it can go definitely further than that. When you die, you hit this random town, and you go into a random town in the world, and you just start off with a different looking character with a goofy neck syndrome. You always start off with a pistol. Sometimes you start off with a silenced pistol, and 1% of the time you start off with a submachine gun. But it's not that big a deal even if you have the submachine gun, because you can find one of those pretty easy. And sometimes there's just stuff laying in these. Usually they're empty just because people have taken all the stuff out of them. But with those objectives on the map, they do spawn every so often, and if you can get to them before other players, you can take out the AI. The AI generally have a lot of free stuff on them, like machine guns, grenades, chest harnesses, backpacks, that sort of thing. And I really don't want those pistols. And those cars are stuck in the sand. They're not able to move. And they haven't ever fixed that. I'm not sure why they never... Out of all the time that I've been playing Wasteland, which is quite a while, they've never moved those cars so that they you're able to actually use them. But here's an example of some stuff in a car. There's a 5.56. Here's a simple trick if you're playing this game. Pick up the ammo first, then pick up the gun, because then you don't have to stand there and load it. It automatically goes into your gun. Because if you're just standing there loading, you tend to get shot pretty easy. See, I don't have enough room for the rest of the stuff. You generally, right off the bat, you just don't have the room for stuff. So you want to try and find a bag. And they're usually in the houses, and I'd go in there and find one right now. But right now I'm just recording and seeing what kind of trouble I can get into, just as an introductory video. And right now I'm in Nisi Bay here on the map, so I'm pretty far from civilization, but I'll just show you how you travel about. If you hold in shift in the game, it provides like a sort of like a turbo boost to vehicles, to most vehicles, and that way you're not completely slow. Because one thing about this game is that when you're going up a hill in a vehicle, especially a larger vehicle, which I suppose is realistic, it is also a double-edged sword in the sense that it's very annoying. You slow down dramatically in this game when going up a hill. This hatchback is a fairly fast vehicle, but in the slower vehicles like tanks and like a Hemet supply truck, they're very, very slow going up hills. It's very easily you're very easily shot down and things like that when you're just traveling up a hill, especially if you're not on a road and you're just traveling sideways up these mountains here. Generally with these objectives, it is a good way to die. I would say the best way to survive in this game and to get a lot of kills is simply to find a good spot and camp. And I don't find that a degrading thing at all. I don't find that to be a cowardly thing, because I think the best way to survive in general is to hide from people, because you're most likely going to get shot if you're just running around aimlessly. And you survived and they didn't. Here's a guy who's definitely going to be shooting at me. Yep. And I would stop, but took off my wheel. But again, this screen here shows all the player kills, the money spent, the highest, and the best players. But mostly these people have been on this server since it restarted. For example, the man with 290 kills has obviously been on for probably 10 hours. And he more than likely has lots of players on his side. He's probably... Well, he was actually independent, I think, in this case. And getting into that, there's 3 factions in this game. There's Blue 4, Red 4, and then there's Independent. When you pick Independent, you can shoot just anybody. Anybody that you see, even other independents. But if you pick Op 4 or Blue 4, you're automatically on a team with anybody else that picked Op 4 and Blue 4. So if you want to get things done in this game, get helicopters and make a cool base and play with other players, you play Op 4 or Red 4. If you don't have just any friends offhand that are also logging on. And the idea is that when you play Op 4 and Red 4, you're automatically allied, and most people already have some kind of base or something going, so you can just easily get some gear from them. But I find that a little bit... I usually don't like doing that because it's just not worthwhile to me. I feel that if I got something done as Red 4 or Op 4, that it really wouldn't count because I had so many people on my side and on my back that I didn't really accomplish that anyway. It was just simply because there's so many people. But it's a very good game, and there's just lots of possibilities. You could create roadblocks and just simply wait around for somebody and hope they hit your roadblock or run them off the road, that sort of thing. It's a lot of fun, a lot of possibilities, a lot of fun with a group of friends. The bigger your group of friends, the more things you can get done. Let me just go ahead and head to this capture base, and I'll show everybody what that is like. I believe... Where is it at? Up here. Now I can go directly over and up that hill, but that will be slow. Just for video purposes here, I'm just going to take the scenic route. I already hear gunfire over there. But as I make these videos for Arma 3 and Wasteland, I'll be making other mods. Well, I won't be making the mods, but I'll be playing other mods. Somebody's shooting at me for sure. And I'll be playing the other mods. And I'll also be showing you the different ways that you can really play Stratus. I'll show you objectives and things like that. And I'll show you some good camping sites that I've found over my experience. Great places to sit and get some kills or get some gear. Great places that you can sit, that you can wait for objectives to spawn around you. Things like that. But again, with these objectives, everybody typically goes to these objectives because they want free stuff. So, like I said, it's a good way to die. So if you don't approach it carefully, you typically just run into an ambush. And my wheel fell off. You'll notice in this game that vehicles are extremely fragile, which does kind of make sense realistically if you're just off-roading with a vehicle and just bahaing around. Sometimes things do happen, but again, sometimes realism is a little bit annoying in the sense of losing your vehicle instantly like that. You can easily repair vehicles in this game if you have a repair kit. They're found in houses and things like that, so it's not much of a problem, typically. But if you're out in the middle of nowhere like this, and you lose your vehicle, you're not going to find a repair kit anywhere nearby. They're generally always in towns, in the buildings. And you'll notice these blue rings around towns, which I'll explain. If you are in this town, people are less likely to spawn there if you're in that blue circle. So if you really want to, essentially just camp a town or be a sniper, you want to be outside of that blue circle, because then people are more likely to spawn in that town. People will still spawn in your town if you're in the blue circle, but the way I think the programming, the algorithm, whatever you want to call it, works is that it will put somebody in a town that nobody is inside, but if it has no choice, it will put you in there. And I'm not really sure on that because I never really looked at the open source programming or anything like that. I'm not much of a programmer myself, but it seems to me, after playing this game for 400 or 500 plus hours, that that is the way it is. That time I think I was killed by a AI. The AI in this game is actually fairly formidable. You can trick them somewhat easily. However, if they spot you, they're incredibly accurate, even at fairly ridiculous distances, like 300-400 meters. They will hit you. Sometimes they miss, but sometimes they do hit you. And I think that was an AI because it didn't say that a player had killed me. Oh, actually I got the 1% spawn. The 1% spawn comes with this glorious uniform that I'll probably get shot in immediately. And this 45 ACP Vermin submachine gun. Glorious. And I will just I'll just die one more time, and that'll be the video. So nothing too crazy yet. Just like I said, just an introduction to Wasteland itself, and just to see what it's like and how it is. And again, I'll be making many more videos of this. I think I'll pump one out, once every day or every couple days, and sometimes it'll be other mods. There are many other mods. This is Wasteland. Other ones include King of the Hill. Altus Life is probably the most popular one, but I don't like Altus Life because it's sort of like a role play thing. It's kind of fun, but it's just peppered up with role players, and if that's your thing, then you'll definitely want to check out Altus Life. However, it's not my thing, so I won't probably not be making videos of it. There's also DayZ. There's the mod directly for this game and not just a standalone game. And the standalone game did not get good reviews. It's just kind of boring. It's funner in Arma 2 and Arma 3 than it is the actual standalone, which I'm not sure how somebody messed that up, but apparently they did. They're still working on it though, but for now it's not very fun. I suppose some people could disagree with me, but it's just not a big player base right now. King of the Hill is very fun. It's like 3 whole armies, basically. It's like 20-30 people on each side. Red 4, Op 4, and Independent. Already getting shot at. See, lots of people like to just camp along the roadside. So I'll try and go back here again. I'll probably get shot again. Just because I'm recording at the same time as playing, and so it sort of drops my concentration a little bit. But the idea isn't to see like the best player in the world. I'm just trying to show you the game and trying to produce a good quality video and check out all this. Okay, so let's roll up here pretty close this time. Let's just go straight combat mode. Straight beast mode here. Let's see what we got in here. That's not good. Let me go ahead and grab this 45. Is this the... No, I need this one. And that way I can just switch to this pistol. Although pistols in this game are pretty bad, generally. Okay. Getting stuck in bushes. Look at that. Fearless rabbits. That's interesting. I don't think I remember those so much, or the fearless rabbits. They do update this from time to time. I think the rabbits have always been in, probably, but they do update the Wasteland from time to time and make sure that some bugs are fixed. Oh, see, there's AI like right in my face there. Better hard crawl out of there. Okay. So now they know where I'm at, so they'll be looking in this direction for a little while. Oh yeah. They're pretty pissed. So sometimes you kind of get locked down by the AI because once they see you, they look in that direction for a while. Then eventually they'll sort of just give up and they will look another direction. And that's when you sort of shoot them in the face. That's a different sound from the vermin that I'm used to. I think they changed the sound effect of it a little bit. I kind of liked it the old way, but that appears to be the AI helicopter. The AI helicopter will fly around this map, and if you can take it down, it will crash to the ground and leave a box of free stuff, and you can go and claim it. And it really doesn't do anything. It sort of flies around and shoots at stuff, but typically it doesn't kill much. I think I actually got killed by it like once. It's not that, it's not typically that deadly. An MK14, actually I've never seen that, but that's that's a premium weapon. Oh wow, so they're doing that now, huh? Now I can't take the weapon because it's... Okay. I'm not digging that, but... That's a new thing to me. I haven't actually played in a while, and since the release of the Marksman DLC, they're putting those guns on... Apparently putting these guns on some of the AI, and that makes you have to download the DLC, so I actually might have to do that, which is... not the greatest thing I've ever heard. Although I don't think the DLC is much. I think it's maybe like $10, which is, I suppose, is a deal. Considering how much I've put into this game, I might as well spend, you know, the extra couple bucks. But I don't really like the idea that they're putting the DLC in non-modded games. You should. I feel like there should be some different mods. Like a separate Wasteland that only players with the DLC can join. So I have this vermin, and the Katiba is a good weapon, so I'm going to switch that out and take that Katiba. And I don't know what just happened to that Katiba. I just clicked on it and it's just disappeared. Again, fairly buggy game. Mostly worth it though. So this is an AI camp, and you can actually take these objects, these walls, these various different walls. You can pick those up and put them, say, in the back of this truck here, and then run off with them and just sort of make your own base wherever you'd like. Or you can just take over this one. Eventually this base will despawn. I'm not sure how long that takes. It is quite a while. But again, in every base there's also a box. This is a 50 cal truck, so this is very useful. Actually, I might have to show you guys this. A lot of times you get killed on those because you're obviously standing in the back of a truck. And I'm trying to find the box. It is possible that somebody else already took it. Nope, here it is. And you can pick up these boxes as well, put them in the back of a truck, and take off with them. So you can essentially make your own cache somewhere on the map. Like, for example, you can just find a spot on the map that you will remember. Like, say, this little mountain symbol here, and you know, okay, it's this one right here. And so you and your friends will just dump all of your ammo there. Another really good spot is this island if you have a boat or a helicopter. There's always something on there. So if you can get a boat or a helicopter, try that island. And sometimes there's stuff already out there from other players. But let's take a look in this box. And we'll see what we got. We got various different rifles. Some spectacle glasses, which do pretty much nothing. Some various ammo, but mostly 5.56, so I'm going to take a 5.56 weapon. We'll take that. And put this. See, this is what happens if you take the ammo second. You actually have to sit there and reload it. Now, it doesn't seem like a big deal, but if you're in the proverbial shit, you can't take the time to do that. First aid kits, a lot of time you can't pick up. Well, I have too much room right now, actually. So I might be able to... Yep. If you can't pick up an item from a box or from the ground, or like a body, take it and throw it in the ground tab, and then it'll be on the ground, and then you'll be able to pick it up. It happens a lot. In that case, in this case, just now I had too much inventory. So you get on the back of a truck, you just kind of walk to the back and get on it, and you can kind of zoom in with them. And these are very good trucks. If I can find that helicopter that's been just aimlessly flying about, I can actually shoot it down with a 50 cal. It'll take a good number of bullets, but it will go down. I actually spotted that helicopter out there. It's a little too far, it's like a good kilometer or two away. But I'll tell you what we'll do is lose my wheel. That's nice. Lost both front wheels. That happens. I should have taken excuse me, I should have taken a repair kit from the base that I was just at, but I didn't. So instead I'm going to run to this town, and there should be a repair kit in this town. However, I think I'm going to call it quits before that with this particular video. But maybe we can just come over here and ambush somebody real quick. I will be making other videos, you know, based on the few things I said you can mostly do in this game. I suppose there's more than that, especially if you have a group of friends. If you have a group of friends, it increases your survivability by a lot. Because of the fact, not because of the fact that there's more firepower or more eyes, but because that they can revive you. If you get shot in this game and say I have a bunch of gear and somebody shoots me right now, I lose all my gear. There's nothing I can do about it. But if I have a friend with me, maybe he can shoot the guy and then revive me, and then that way I don't lose all my stuff. I can just get right back up. This game goes dark, and so it gets very, very dark in this game. And there are night vision goggles, but sometimes they're a little hard to find. But I think I'm going to call it quits here, and I will show more combat videos and such at a later time. I just wanted to get this Wasteland video out and about, and hopefully you enjoyed it, and I will see you guys next time.